So if I could turn our team into the Avengers, right? When you think about the Avengers, it's not just the one person who does everything and then the other people are just backing them up. Every person on the team is a superhero. Don't make assumptions. That's the biggest challenge that leaders make. And this, again, is that subject matter expert mindset that I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to create what needs to happen. I'm going to put this together. So we want to dissuade from that way of thinking and start bringing everyone into the conversation. And the first way to do that is really
The first question I've got for you is, in your definition, what does a high-performance team look like?
For my definition, a high-performance team is a highly engaged, highly productive, highly innovative team where there's open communication, where individuals are able to problem solve. There's a high level of self-sustainability, of self-accountability, and the ability to bring forth solutions and to really support and elevate all of the goals and objectives within that particular team. But what's so critical, one of the key things when people move into management or into people leadership positions, is they have to move from being the catalyst or the expert to the catalyst. Is what I say. They have to move from being the SME, the subject matter expert, the one who knows everything, the one who does everything, to the one who becomes a catalyst to support their team to do that. This type of leader, or this type of person that steps into this role usually aren't good. They're not really good at delegating because they're used to doing everything themselves. They're not good at communicating because they're used to just getting the information and moving forth without having to explain or bring people along or invite people in or motivate people to join the vision or be a part of the vision. They're used to working very independently. And so they lead in the same way with the expectation that people will just pick up and act the way they've been doing. But not everyone has that same ability or acumen. So what's missing is really helping that new people leader understand how to shift from being an expert to a catalyst for change. So if I could turn our team into the Avengers, right? When you think about the Avengers, it's not just the one person who does everything and then the other people are just backing them up. Every person on the team is a superhero. Right? Every person on the team has talents and skills and abilities that if you learn how to leverage and harness them, then we can all be excellent, right? And that's going to make you as the leader actually get the credit for having such an amazing team that is functioning at such an amazing level and to set the example.
What tips can you give to someone that's sitting there going, yeah, this is exactly what I want? They might be trying. I'm going to say they probably are trying. They've probably tried all kinds of things to create that environment that you spoke about, the one where you said, you know, the person can go on leave and in the knowledge that the team are going to knock it out of the park while they're even not there. How do they even start if they've had a few missteps already?
Well, in what we've done in terms of trying to cultivate that with their team is to really to assess where everyone's at. Really to get that information. Don't make assumptions. That's the biggest challenge that leaders make. And this, again, is that subject matter expert mindset that I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to create what needs to happen. I'm going to put this together. So we want to dissuade from that way of thinking and start bringing everyone into the conversation. And the first way to do that is really gauge where your people are at. Have open conversation and dialogue and ask, how do you feel about being able to raise your hand and offer ideas and solutions? Do you feel comfortable doing that? Do you feel like the environment is such that you can be able to make suggestions? And so when we can ask for that information and start having open dialogues, then we can begin to co-create, well, what do we want to be? How do we want to be? How do we want to show up together? The first thing you want to do is not think you can do it yourself, but invite the team into the conversation and ask those questions, get that data, and then you can begin the process of co-creating it together.
Yeah, you don't have to have all the answers. You've got a team around you that are all individually got their own superpowers. They probably have the answers. And by the way, when you stick up your hand and say, hey, team, I don't have all the answers, it creates the environment where they would be willing to do so as well. You're role modeling that humility and that authenticity that you want to see.
And vulnerability. Absolutely.
And the vulnerability, yeah. And then once you can do that, you can have a really honest conversation about the self-awareness of where the team's at, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what do we need to do better, start co-creating that. The alignment started with, why am I here? Why am I here? What do I bring to the table? Be proud of that. Then why are we here? What are we collectively trying to create? How do my superpowers and the things that I know I'm good at contribute to that broader vision? So why am I here? Why are we here? And then I'm going to say, why are you here? Because then if there's 7 of us, we'll keep on using a team of 7. If I understand why I'm here, if I understand why we are here, I understand why you are here, what gifts you bring to the table, all of a sudden we can have that co-creation conversation, because there's trust, there's these aha moments of, oh wow, we can co-create something that's much bigger than any of us individually. We've all got our own gifts, but putting 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 and making it equal 27 instead of 5, that's what we're here to do.